dare you do something
What do
like
you
that?
like, Nicole? So I'm not
I was going
alone.
to say I like Daddy Lessons more. The
Whoa!
one that
Yes.
he did. No, it was on Lemonade, and it was very country.
Oh,
He performed it with the Dixie Chicks
Oh,
at
right, bro.
the CMAs. It was really good.
To the
But yes,
Hello,
it was
all.
called Daddy
Welcome
Lessons.
to your favorite Thursday night tradition,
Wow.
the Power Pod. What is it there, Tina? What?
The Dixie Chicks.
Which
One of the Dixie.
one?
Remember?
Oh my God.
One of the Dixie Chicks died.
That was a while ago.
It was
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah.
while
A week or
ago.
two.
Yeah, remember?
That's right. I
Right.
forgot about that. My goodness.
See, rest in peace. See,
Were
I
you a
remember.
Dixie diehard?
What?
You didn't know.
You were?
Obviously not.
No,
She's-
I didn't know
she's
about
not.
Laura Lynch.
She used to be.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, what's going on,
What?
streamers? Hey, by the way, this is the taping of the Power Pod. We're in the middle of a good discussion, as you can see now. And
Part
you
of our
guys,
planning.
you guys get a chance to kind of get a peep into what we're doing here tonight, because we are taping a couple of segments for our Athens radio show. It airs this Sunday from 10 to noon on 98.7 FM and AM 1340 WGAU. So you get a chance to peek in, and maybe we'll talk about some of the craziness going on in the studio. Randy O brought cupcakes, but she said, "Oh yeah, they're for everybody," and then she started eating them
But
herself.
nobody eating them.
So she started eating them herself. George Clark has opened up the chat box, so that way you guys could chat along with us as well. So I should probably introduce everybody. So I'm Jared Yamamoto. Randio's got her pink headphones and a mouthful of cupcake. Then you've got Tina over there to the left. Mike B holding it down over there. Nicole Bennett all the way from Savannah, Georgia. And
Hello.
again, George Clark manning the comments and holding everything down. I think his fast has gone. You've got 43 hours on your fast now.
I don't know. Oh, too many hours.
Too-
44.
Too many hours. You okay over there?
I'm doing all right. I'm feeling better than I thought I would.
Okay, I hope so. I hope so. So I think we're ready to start this hour. What do you got the last
I'm
mouthful over there?
done.
You good? You want to swallow? You good?
Jared, it's kind of a personal question.
Hey,
Fine.
Nicole, I wasn't meaning it like that. You took it that way. I apologize, everybody out there. This, my crew is just my crew
Thank you.
is disgusting, and we air on Sunday mornings, for goodness sake. It's the Lord's Day. We would never suggest that something is being swallowed or anything like that on this show. At least, now I wouldn't. Maybe
Whoa,
they will, but
Jared.
not me. Not me, of course.
We're spitters.
Spit out his water.
I didn't say it. He said it over there. Chip, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the Power Pod. Yeah, this is one of those wild shows, guys. So let's go on and start off. What segment number is this going to be, George Clark?
Party segment 444.
444. I love it. Okay.
Whoa.
All right. Starting seg 44 on George's mark.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome, Athens, Georgia, to the second hour of today's edition of the Power Pod. We are giving you all the stories from this past week because we like to inform and entertain. Right, Jared Yamamoto?
That is the absolute truth. And again, I opened up the show in the first hour talking about how everybody's in strange moods over here. I mean, Nicole was over here cracking sexual jokes during the commercial breaks and the newscast. And then Randy O, again, like nobody else got a cupcake, but you are still munching down on those cupcakes over here from the first hour, which to bring cupcakes, several days after Valentine's Day is a little ridiculous. I appreciate the thought. I appreciate the shot. I appreciate the thought. How dare you come after your beloved host like that? You know what? Your host is over here working his tail off to make sure that we deliver for our wonderful WGAU folks out there.
Didn't bring no candy or nothing.
I know,
All the
right?
candy went on sale Thursday. and
And
Friday.
so do these cupcakes. So you don't eat these cupcakes.
Exactly. I see the price of there, $3.99. You were taking advantage of the deal.
going down.
You were taking advantage of those deals over there. So we have a ton of stories to get to here. I do want to get to Marjorie Taylor's mouth this week. I know that there were a couple of moments where, hey, don't take that the sexual way. Don't you guys look at me like that.
Get to her mouth.
Well, because she had a filthy mouth this week. She was really pressed on the Ukraine funding deal. In particular, was going after a huge British diplomat in the name of his name is David Cameron.
Okay.
And there was a lot of cussing that was going on from Marjorie Taylor Greene.
David Cameron needs to worry about his own country, and frankly, he can kiss my ass.
But do you think Putin's the good guy in all this?
Slams the door on the
Whoa.
reporter asking about that. And then,
Marjorie.
but she wasn't done. She had another moment this week too.
I'm not a doctor, but I have a PhD in recognizing bull
when I hear it.
So again, like Marjorie, dropping the A word, dropping, that word there, slamming doors. She has been out of control this week, but we're not here to focus only on her. Each of these wonderful folks here on the Power Pod, Randy O, Tina, Mike B, you heard a little bit of George Clark earlier in the last hour, Nicole Bennett, all have stories that they've brought to the table, and they have a duty to do, and that is to entertain and inform you, good folks out there here in Athens. So hopefully, Mike B, you're going to start off this hour right.
Yes, listen, there was a little Georgia politics slander in the first hour and stuff like that. And then you went to what school, Tina?
I went to Dunwoody.
No, your college.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went to Tennessee.
Okay, you love bringing that up. So this is the Tennessee government. Let's talk about this.
Oh,
Tennessee
boy.
bill that pushes a ban on the sale of cold beer to decrease DUIs.
This
That's
is
what y'all doing.
okay. That is not going to work
No
at
way.
all.
That's what Tennessee.
All you have to do,
beers.
yeah. So, okay, you go to the gas station and you buy now hot beers, and it's going to prevent people from getting DUIs. Get the hell out of here. People,
No
the
way.
people that are getting DUIs are people that are leaving house parties and people that are leaving the bar that have already been consuming the beverages, not the people that are taking the beverages home with them. This is addressing the wrong problem here. And of course, your state, Tina, your beloved
This-
Tennessee
no,
would come
hold on.
up with this terrible idea to do something like this. You can defend Tennessee all you
No,
want. Go
I'm
ahead.
from here. I'm born in Georgia.
Oh,
Born and
you
raised.
were?
Oh,
Okay, you
now
talk
you're
Tennessee
claiming
so much.
Georgia.
No,
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
said
okay.
the University of Tennessee. They're two very
Oh,
different
I thought you
things.
said you
I
born
can't
in
control.
Chattanooga or
No,
something.
I can't control what they're doing with their cold beer. I don't know what they're doing with their cold beer.
So do you agree with this bill or not, that by selling warm beer at the
No.
gas station or
No.
wherever you get your beer, that it will prevent people from getting DUIs?
No, but I do think it's a fair point to bring up that some people are buying their beer and then immediately drinking, especially if we're talking about big cities within Tennessee. I mean, you've got college towns, you've got young people whose brains haven't developed yet. Okay. So they're maybe thinking, yeah, I can enjoy a beer and operate a vehicle.
No, they're walking. Don't do that. Y'all walk that
Oh,
Tennessee.
my
Don't do
God.
that.
Exactly.
Couple of golf carts. That's it.
See,
Couple of golf carts.
I just think that again, like sometimes when these legislatures get or not legislatures, but the legislators when they start getting together and they start, they're like, oh, we got to form these bills. We got to make a difference, guys. We got to go out there and we got to pass legislation, right? It's like the story that Nicole brought up in the first hour. No, Georgia needs a state bread, right? We need to be either a biscuit or cornbread. That is a waste of time. This bill in Tennessee, where you're trying to prevent gas stations from refrigerating their beer, so that way it makes it more difficult for the gas stations to make money. You realize that all of these convenience stores make the majority of their money off of the sales inside the store, not at the gas pump. They try to give you the lowest amount of the gas pump. And for a lot of the like the grocery stores out there too, that is where they make their primary bottom line there is off of the products that are inside the store. So again, these people, they try to dabble in things. And and the funny thing here is that it's Republicans. Republicans should be the ones that are against government regulation and against and for small government, against government regulation and allowing capitalism to work in its fullest and truest form here. But yes, the hypocrisy that happens. Oh yeah, well, if we do this, we'll prevent DUIs. We'll be able to make all this stuff happen. It just shows that there are morons at that level. And I realize that with my birthday coming up this week, I'm going to my presidential year. I'll be 35 years old, Randio.
Yes.
It makes me want to run for politics even more and more
Wow.
because I feel like I could solve a lot of these problems out there. But you know what?
Keep you a cold one of these in your car. The
Maybe-
Cantor cups.
yeah, maybe I
Listen,
will.
What you call these cups? What call these?
Oh, yeah, the little Yeti cup over there.
Yeah, Yeti cups. So
Stanley?
or one of them. As long as it's cold in your car.
I just,
Yeah.
but we can't just skim over Jared's very emotional outburst that he just had.
He's
This
getting
monologue
older.
that he gave, it was giving very Pisces. But you know, his birthday coming up. So like you said, third president, it's giving feelings are coming out strong. You
You know,
okay
he
there,
don't believe
Jared?
in
Yeah,
that.
Jared, you okay?
I don't believe in any of that nonsense.
So
And you guys know
emotional.
that.
He's
Yeah,
getting
those
older.
feelings, right? I was like, oh my
It
God.
is because I am tired of other people that we put in power thinking that they know what's best for us. We need to be more responsible when we elect these morons
Oh,
that are involved in local politics, especially our brothers and sisters to the north up in Tennessee like that. What a moronic thing to
Oh my
do
God.
over there.
I love the mayor of Knoxville. That's Kane from the wrestling.
He's, you know what? He is fine. He's actually doing a good job. It's not all the politicians, but there are
fine.
some more.
slamming Democrats.
There are some moronic politicians, and this again, I have to again address this. This was brought up by a Tennessee Republican, for the record here, that is trying to do this nonsense. So I call him out as I see him here.
Right.
Good story to start off the hour. You know what, Mike B? Round of applause for Mike B
Okay.
for actually bringing
Great
something to the table
job.
that was great here. The
Woo.
pressure,
Moved
Yeah,
him.
great
the,
story.
the pressure is on Randy O.
I ain't got no pressure. I ain't worried about y'all.
Well,
I'm
let's
about to
see.
deliver the news.
Let's see what story you've got over there.
So I think that Tina and Nicole would love this. Engagement season, right? So you ladies have had the privilege and the pleasure of being engaged, you know, beautiful
Yes.
rocks on your fingers. Shout out to your booze. But did you guys know they're saying that in 2024, this is going to be like the highest engagement that they've had in like, I guess forever. They're expecting 2.5 million couples to get
Okay.
engaged.
Ooh.
Wow, 2 point. I figured it'd be more than that.
No, 2.5 million.
Are you going to be one of those?
I mean, I can propose to myself, honey, so we gonna see.
What? Well, you could obviously propose to your boyfriend.
Looking at no, I
hell
will
no.
never.
Why not? It's
Absolutely not.
2024.
That's a
Come
trend.
on.
That's what them Gen Zers are doing.
No, we're not doing that.
You say I'm too
Sorry,
Mark
hard
it,
on
mark
them.
it. That's
You
his
say I'm
fourth
too
time.
hard on them.
Fourth
Randy,
time
don't
going
let
after
him pick on
generation.
I would
you.
never wear
Your
my-
time is coming.
First of all,
Don't you
they
worry.
know that I love me some Jesus, and you know, listen, I'm waiting on my husband to come and propose to me. I ain't about to be proposing to no man. So, nevertheless, I do feel like it's very possible. But nevertheless, I do want to just say the reason for this, which I thought was kind of good. So they were saying like in 2020, you know, the world kind of shut down, so people wasn't dating. So as soon as the world opened back up, people started getting back dating, and they say you usually take about 3 years before you want to propose. To people that are listening, 3 years you're supposed to propose.
Wow.
Or whatever. And any event. And so I'm like, okay, so 2024, because they met it, they started rekindling in 2021. They started their love. And I'm like, oh, this is great. So it's just a positive, feel good story.
That
Le-
is beautiful. I love love, and I'm glad to know
3
that.
years.
What?
I know it took you 30 days, but for others, it takes at least 3 years.
Okay, all right. So the shade is being thrown out there from
Okay.
Randy O. So all of the fellas out here in the Classic City, just know that your time is a ticking to get that ring to Randy O. But Randy, I feel like you know what, as
Uh-oh.
as
Oh, here he
progressive
goes.
of a mindset that you have about
Oh,
things
progressive,
sometimes,
yeah.
I feel like you know what, if you have already found Mr. Right, why not just practice getting down on one knee. You flash that nice bling right there. You're like, you know what, Sean, I love you. I am ready to marry you. Come on.
Yeah,
Why
like,
don't you do that?
Oh my
Sean,
gosh,
wait,
Jared,
Randy-
is that how you proposed? Did you
Right.
yell it like that at the top?
Yeah.
I love you.
Something sounded familiar there.
You know, he doesn't even remember when I proposed to her.
Christina, I.
I actually was quite the romantic in
No,
that
he
moment.
did say my full name, which was very romantic. My
Oh.
full name, and
How
then
loud was it?
he's no, wasn't that
She
loud.
blacked out. I had to say it again.
Yeah,
I had to say
did
everything. And
Can
she's
you
like,
just
what?
repeat that again?
Yeah. And luckily, I had
No.
rehearsed my lines there. So, Randy,
Very
so
sweet.
take this advice here. Here's a little pen.
I'm not
No,
taking
Yeah,
no
rehearse-
I need to take notes.
And you can hop down on one knee
I would never.
No.
and propose to your man and make the engagement season what it is today. How about that?
How about
Randy?
no? Next.
I think that it's a good time. By the way, superfan Jack on our PowerPod socials says
Yes.
love is a battlefield, and then you know what? Sometimes you got to go out there, you got to fight it. So for
Yeah.
anybody that's on the prowl right now, whether you are no matter what kind of relationship you're in, whether it's you're the domineering man or the
I thought you were gonna
domineering
say something else.
domineering woman in the relationship, and you want to get down on one knee, we here on the Power Pod, we here on WGAU encourage it, and we want you
Hey.
to go out there, and we say go for it, swing for the
Hey.
fences, right, Nicole? Swing for the
That's
fence.
right.
So, you know what?
Yes.
Thank you, Nicole. I knew you'd have my back on that one.
Sure.
And now you are rewarded with another story. What's your story?
Okay. Okay. Well, this is kind of along the lines of another sort of proposal. Senator Joe Manchin, Democrat in West Virginia.
Oh,
did-
leaving Nicole to go to politics here. You know what? Of course.
Fine, that's good.
Go ahead, Nicole. What is your political? You know what? This is what she does here. She like,
This is
hold on, guys. We're getting off
interesting.
the rails here. We gotta go back to politics. Hold on. Okay, Nicole. Yes. Sorry, I'm buttoned up here. Okay, go ahead.
Well, because Jared's going to say it's kind of a non-story, but he was at an event this week, City Club of Cleveland breakfast, and he got asked and pressed a lot about a potential presidential bid. He danced around the subject and then said, hypothetically, though, if I was picking my running mate, really who I would ask right now is Mitt Romney. How interesting is that? He's a Democrat. He would, if he did run, a lot of people are saying it would be an independent or third party campaign. And having a Democrat and a Republican on the same ticket, it's interesting.
Says a lot about Mitt Romney.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I think Romney is just kind of near the end of his time in politics. I mean, both of them are moderate in their field. So, like, I mean, Manchin is a moderate Democrat, and Romney is becoming more and more moderate. He used to be kind of further to the right, but now he's becoming more and more moderate as more and more of the Republican Party kind of gets consumed with MAGA a little bit over there. So I can understand why he would do that, but they're just going to get humiliated. Like, they're not people. I mean, people are going to pick Biden Harris, or they're going to pick Trump and whoever he decides to pick. I think it could be Tim Scott. I think that's probably going to be his VP. So I think that it's a lose-lose for Romney unless he's thinking like, oh yeah, this is my last hoorah right there. You know, we mentioned swinging for the fences in the last story there. Maybe this is his last swing for the fence. So I would appreciate having that option on my ballot. I like the idea of having more options on my ballot, but I don't know if that's never gonna. I just don't know if it's. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. You know what I mean? Like I don't. No. I mean, I'm just looking at Randio's face. She's like, you're not excited by Joe Manchin and Mitt Romney, right?
No.
Exactly. So, Tina, are you excited by Joe Manchin?
I don't even know who Joe Manchin is.
Joe Manchin is the Democrat senator from West Virginia. So West Virginia, typically a red state, but he is a blue senator from there. So it's unique.
Sweet. Yeah,
unique that way.
unique.
I mean, does it make you excited, Nicole, since you're the one that had to bring us back with a button down political story?
Nicole.
I only get excited at the idea of, like you said, having more options and someone, believe it or not, guys, to oppose Biden, to mix it up a little bit. I will say, though, I mean, Manchin is 76. I don't know how old Mitt Romney is. So to me, it's we have more options as in more names, but it's not as if they're that diverse. You know, it's still just a couple old white guys. So
yeah, it would just be nice to be able to get a couple of choices that are interesting, that actually are able to speak on their political ideology effectively, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like even when RFK Jr. is out there speaking, you know, he's thinking about running. I mean, he is basically running an independent campaign now. Will he get on the ballot here in Georgia? I don't know, unless maybe he could sneak in on the Libertarian ticket, but I don't think the Libertarians will let him in. RFK and the Libertarians there's nothing in common with those parties there. So I don't know. I mean, you just need somebody kind of charismatic, young, but can speak to the issues, but also understands how to speak to us. I brought up here on the show, and I hate to dwell on this story too much, because I realize, you know, we're going a long way from Joe Manchin and Mitt Romney, maybe a third party option on your presidential ballot coming up.
We've already got our candidates for this election anyway. I think it's silly to talk about anything else.
Yeah, it's just I just feel like I wish that either it's Democrat, maybe it's a Democrat, maybe it's a Republican. I wish that somebody would just look at our age group in particular. Everybody here in the studio here at WGAU, we're all millennials here, and I feel like people are speaking over us right now. Like, they're trying to target middle-aged folks, middle-aged being 40 to 60, and then they're trying to target the younger Gen Zers at the moment right now. And we just get left behind in all this. And I feel like even with Romney and Manchin, they're going to make that same mistake there. They're going to be speaking over us instead of coming for us. I mean, we're a huge demographic that can be swayed one way or another, and it doesn't require a lot. I just need, I'm sorry, my BS meter goes off with all three of these.
Because Romney is 76.
Yes. Yeah. Like, and so I think, Nicole,
Is he?
Yeah. Romney, I mean,
he just take care of himself now.
Oh my God,
he ain't out there looking like Mitch McConnell.
He's a Mormon, so he doesn't know, no caffeine. He's a Mormon, so no caffeine, no alcohol, none of that stuff.
Wow,
so that's what happens. So if you want to fix yourself up there,
Boy,
Randy, you just stop.
Mitt look good now.
Yeah.
I can't believe that all.
Take care of himself.
Which I see Karma Wins on our Power Pod social says, is this election over yet? Which I get the feeling it's exhausting right now. But here on the Power Pod, what we're going to try to do is we're going to cover it as it is necessary, and we're going to let you know about the stories that we need to know about. But we're not going to dwell on this stuff. Is that right? Isn't that right, Nicole Bennett?
That is right, Jared Yamamoto.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. All right, Tina, let's see if you can tee up a story here before we go to break.
Yes. So I know a couple weeks ago we had the Grammys, and our girl Smiley Miley won Record of the Year, I believe. She won her, I think this is her second
Yes.
Grammy.
She did.
Thank you, George, for confirming. Thank you, Jared. But in her acceptance speech, she made a special effort to publicly thank all of her friends and family, producers, et cetera, that got her to this moment. But she went on and obviously left out her father, Billy Ray Cyrus. So a lot of fans on social went crazy, like, oh man, like what's wrong with her and her dad? Because you've seen them be very close over the years. But it sounds as if Billy Ray Cyrus is now speaking out, trying to patch things up with his daughter Miley, since him and his ex-wife, who's Miley's mother's, divorce.
Well, I know that I'm not
So-
going to sleep until they patch up this relationship because this is just
This is breaking news.
heart wrenching all together. And I
Ooh.
really, really hope that they fix this up because I just don't know how I could live anymore. We'll be back with even more Power Pod here on WGAU.
Sick. Yeah, no sleep until Billy Ray Cyrus.
That is
You
right.
know, they was not speaking, but okay.
I know it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Hey, streamers, welcome to. We just taped a segment here for our WGAU show
Oh, Lord.
that airs what time, Tina?
Oh my God. What did you say? Sorry.
What time does the show air?
It airs at 10 a.m. Thank you very much.
10 to noon every
You
Sunday.
said what time does it air? You didn't say how long is it on.
10 to
Uh-oh.
noon every Sunday.
Good
98.7
point.
FM and AM 1340
Airs for 2 hours.
You
WGAU.
didn't ask about the
I,
duration.
I know you went to a Tennessee media school.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I was
These-
actually looking at
We're,
this.
we're a team, guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that is
love
right.
each
Sorry.
other.
George.
You know what?
We're
Yeah.
here together.
At
We're trying to make
least-
the Power Pod happen.
at least in front of the great viewers here, we're a
Right.
team, right?
Yeah,
We're
I
you know what,
love them.
right, Randy? We
Yes.
get along. Everybody's good, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I can tell how y'all lying.
Yeah. No sleep
Anti-war
until-
spore. What's going on, buddy? Chip, how are you doing again, man? And I see Jackson there, and anybody that even if you're not, Karma wins. You guys are awesome. Thanks for commenting and having fun with us here on the stream. We'll give you guys one more segment. In fact, Randio to my left is going to be featured. We'll see how long her sugar buzz.
It's starting to come down.
We'll see how long she can keep that going over there. And I've got a couple more questions about Tina's story when we come back
Oh.
here. So, George, let's start segment 445 on your mark.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Athens, Georgia. You're listening to the Power Pod on WGAU. We are giving you all the stories from this past week with Jared Yamamoto.
Yes, we are. And my goodness, I'm watching our Power Pod socials. By the way, you can follow us at Power Pod WSB on Instagram and the Power Pod on Facebook. And I see that Anti-War Spore says that it's because the millennials are complainers that we have the politics that we do. You know what? There is some truth to that, but also the baby boomers refuse to let go of power. And you know I'm not lying about that. So it's just it gets out of control. It gets ridiculous. Much like this Miley Cyrus story. I feel like, Tina, you were just trying to give us a glimpse into some family dispute that I feel uncomfortable dipping my toes into. You know what? If Miley Cyrus and her dad can't figure it out, then that is a deal that it needs to be solved in the Cyrus household. What do you think there, Nicole? Do you think that's a safe way to handle it?
Yeah, sure. Yes. But I mean, Jared, you know that on some level, people are always kind of intrigued in their favorite celebrities and what they've got going on personally. So even if you're not a huge Miley head or whatever her fans are called, maybe some people out there care and they want to know.
Well, I know you with Taylor Swift, for example. I mean, I
Oh,
get it. You
here
want to
we
know
go.
every
No.
second of every minute with what's going on with Taylor Swift. Now, Randio, are you ready over there, Miss Sugar Buzz? Are you ready for the third round of Randy's rundown, where we cover the stories we just couldn't miss?
Yes. All right. So my guy is back. Jon Stewart, he returns as the Daily Show host, roast Biden, Trump, and himself.
And he got the best ratings for the Daily Show they've had in years. Now, it wasn't significant. It was, I think, a little under 2 million.
Yes.
But a lot of the lefties were pretty upset with him because they were going after like Biden's cognitive ability and stuff. But again, if it's a comedy show like that, I mean, this stuff happened. I mean, last week was one of the worst weeks of Biden's presidencies that at least I've seen, that I've covered. in the 4 years that
Oh,
he's
yeah.
been president. It was awful. It was an awful week for him, and he has time to recover from it. He in fact, with how crazy this news cycle is, he probably will recover from it. But it's I think that's the right approach. You've got to be able to make fun of everybody and not just make fun of one side, because that's what the Daily Show became. It got boring. You always knew they were going to make fun of Republicans and then not make fun of lefties, and it was good that he made fun of both this time. What's next?
Well, this next person, y'all can't get rid of him. You can't cancel him. He's uncancelable. Kanye West album reaches number uno.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. This all comes after he had that Super Bowl ad where it was like him doing like I don't know, it was like a cell phone video, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I bought this ad, and it promoted the album and what he needed to do. But I'm not a Kanye hater or a lover. I just think he's okay. Are you a fan of it, George?
Yeah, it's a great album. Obviously, it's super controversial, but the album's great regardless. But what happened towards the end of the week is Apple took it off.
Yeah,
They removed it.
That's right.
Yeah,
Thank you for updating in my rundown there, George. Yes.
Oh,
did I?
Oh, wow.
No, it's
I
okay.
apologize.
We are a team. Didn't you say that earlier?
Yes.
It's fine. I'll just keep moving with my next story.
One thing here on the Power Pod is you never mess with Randy's rundown. One more story, real quick. Here.
Mariah Carey, Cher, Sade, Oasis, and Ozzy Osbourne are among Rock Hall nominees for 2024.
I am so excited for all of them. Congratulations. Let's squeeze one more in. I lied. I thought we were going to get just one.
Nicole, Meghan Markle announces her new podcast with brilliant Lemonada team.
Oh, boring. How that's not going to be a good podcast at all. Good job with your rundown. Bad job with the last story there. We'll be back with more Power Pod after Athens' most accurate and dependable forecast.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nicole wanted to tell
Whoa,
this story.
Look at that.
Yeah, Nicole wanted to.
Nicole,
speak.
I'll
was ready to
subscribe.
go.
I don't
All
know
right,
what limonada is, but it sounds great.
Streamers?
No clue.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with
I
us.
hit to kick y'all out quick.
Well, you want to hang out all day?
Yeah, you'd be like, all right, guys, gotta go.
All right, see you later.
Well, we got more to tape here.
We
So-
got some newbies. Anti-war
thank
sport.
y'all.
We appreciate you coming. Karma
Yes.
wins. We appreciate you coming. And then, of course, we love Jack and Chip.
Jackie
Yes.
Boo.
Jack and Chip, the OG fans on here
Chip.
as well.
Jack.
Chipster.
The great thing that I want to make sure that we reiterate to all of our Power Pod faithful out there, even though Randy-O may not love you guys, everybody else loves you on the show, especially Mike B. Mike B is always
Why does he
looking out
make
for the
that
Power
up?
Pod faithful.
Throw it off.
Our most recent episode
You know what you get, that's
is
what you
available.
get.
The
It's like
super
very
size.
Midwest of you.
Yeah.
Sold.
Sold.
Sold. Yes.
It's the episode.
The super-sized Power Pod, Resident Narcissists, is available right now on all of your favorite podcast providers. So if you want to go and listen to that, you get to hear me butcher my Super Bowl pick from last week, and we covered a lot of good stuff. I also had a cool guest on last week too. So if you want to go and grab that, it's available right now. Also, everybody here on the show has got, except for Tina. Everybody else has got their own
What?
podcast as well here on the show. Randy-O has got a great podcast with Mike B called Black, Educated, and Broke. You should definitely grab that episode or grab the latest episode wherever you get your podcasts. Nicole Bennett, is there a new Beyond Criminal Headlines this week?
Well, that's the thing. I can't believe I'm going to say this, guys, but our next guest, it's still in the works, is actually a team from the Forensic Anthropology Center at none other than the University of Tennessee.
Oh, hello. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, look
So,
Here goes
be
Tina.
ready.
I'm tuning in.
She is perked up for that one. So
Will y'all sing Rocky Top on the episode? or-
She said
I
you
don't
took
know.
her.
I don't think so. Nope, we're not. Gonna do that.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
When
if
you start
need-
your podcast, you know.
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Great, okay, awesome. Yeah.
So that episode is going to drop when, Nicole?
That should be probably in the next week or so. I'm still ironing out. They want me to talk to the whole team. So it's like 5 women. They lead this whole center themselves. It's going to be fascinating. I'm so excited.
Okay,
Cool.
so wait on your hold that. Make sure that you're ready to go for Nicole's podcast. Whenever it drops, you never know when it's going to drop.
That's right.
There is a brand new episode of the Von Hessler Doctrine that just dropped out there. I know that a lot of people are huge fans of the Von Hessler Doctrine, so we appreciate you guys hanging out with us here tonight. And my latest nightcap with Jared Yamamoto is available as well too. I think it's called Beer Guy, which is I tackle some state issues going on with beer legislation and some more local issues in the Atlanta area. So that episode's available as well, and I'll be live this Saturday from 11 to midnight on 95.5 WSB. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it as always. We got more taping to do. We'll be back next week. The pod will drop out later on this evening, or listen to us on WGAU this Sunday